Wherever I may be, wherever I may roam, I always seem to see the place I call my home in old Oklahoma, beneath the western skies, where folks all say, "Hi, stranger," and friendship never dies. In old Oklahoma, where cowboys sing all day, the Indians play their tom-toms without a word to say. Coyotes on the hilltop tell their lonesome tale. They say, "Settle down, you doggies, it's twilight on the trail." In old Oklahoma, beneath the western sky, I've lived there until now, boys. I live there till...
The governor of Oklahoma will appoint a member of the Toll Road Authority, and I trust that he will appoint, as he should, one from Oklahoma County, inasmuch as Oklahoma County is one of the foremost proponents of the toll road program. Some mention has been made of a local resident, and I haven't made up my mind yet whether I will move the confirmation or not of the man who has been mentioned in the press and about whom I have had no occasion yet to talk with the governor. I will say this, that the man that I do move the confirmation of must be an outstanding public proponent of the toll road program and that method of financing roads in Oklahoma, must be in favor of the completion of the two legs which have not yet been financed, and must be in favor of future turnpike expansion in the state of Oklahoma as a means and as the only feasible and practicable means of securing a basic, up-to-standard road program in the state of Oklahoma.
That I would recommend to this legislative body that you refer to them a constitutional amendment earmarking the road users' taxes now going for roads, streets, by a constitutional amendment so it'll be there for on a permanent basis. Now, for fear that the school people might be uneasy about the automobile license tax money, this constitutional amendment would not affect that, because the automobile license tax money is not going for roads and highways now. It's going for schools, where it rightfully belongs. And I want to leave it there.
The people of Oklahoma approved the Turnpike expansion program. Mr. Norton opposed that program and belonged to an organization which either opposed it or refused to participate favorably. For that reason, And because things beyond the control of Mr. Norton or Governor Gary may cause one or more of the legs to not be financed, I think it would be better for Mr. Gary and for the people of Oklahoma to put a staunch supporter of the program on the commission.
I have no intention whatsoever of withdrawing my name from the governor as the chairman of the Oklahoma Turnpike Authority. I positively, definitely will not permit my name to be withdrawn from consideration until positively and definitely requested by Governor Raymond Gary.
I feel that after this 27-member Roads and Highways Committee thoroughly investigates Mr. Norton, and Senator Muskowski has the privilege of appearing before the committee and asking Mr. Norton questions in the presence of the committee, that they will all arrive at the same conclusion, and that is that he would make Oklahoma a good man on the Turnpike Authority.
I have decided to refuse to move the confirmation of Mr. Meade Norton of Oklahoma City as a member of the Oklahoma Turnpike Commission. I believe that this is for the best interest of Governor Gary, myself, Mr. Norton, and the people of the state of Oklahoma.
I want to make myself clear on it. My position is, as I stated it to those people here yesterday, that if the Senate and the House want to refer it, then I will support it. But I'm not going to attempt to push it upon the legislature. But I also, you recall, said that I wasn't going to just jump out here and get another knot on my head for nothing, and that I wanted to find out, first of all, whether or not I'd be just running up against a brick wall in the Senate and the House in trying to get a referendum on it.
At the beginning of this session are no different now than they were then. We could cut back, as we said in January, on the highway program as an example, which would be to fit the program into our budget, which is what they're attempting to do in that conference committee now. The other alternative is to write a turnpike program, which I mentioned in January, which would help. I mean, that is a part of a road program. The other is a bond issue, which we mentioned in January. The other is a better utilization of the current revenues that we have, which we proposed through the County Commission of Transport. Now, I don't know of any other proposals other than the other one that we mentioned in January, which was a tax increase. And since the possibilities of better utilization of funds are still there, I can't justify in my mind a tax increase.
I think the chances are very good, Houston.
Why do you say this?
Well, the members of the legislature that I've talked to, both House and Senate, are of the opinion that since we have been unable during this session to come up with an answer to our road building problem without increasing taxes, that by going this toll road route, by properly financing it, or to guarantee to the bond buyers a better system of paying it off, that we can, by passing this toll road legislation, relieve the public highways of that much expense in the direction the toll road would be going. And we do know that we have to do something to help out this road building problem, and we think this is the proper way to do it without burdening the people with a straight across the board tax increase.
How does the governor feel about this? Is there quite a bit of pressure being put on the legislators by the governor's office?
Not at all. I know of no pressure being brought to bear on the legislators by Governor Edmonds in Houston. no more than he has any other time during the session. As you know, he's presented us with his ideas and his plans, and we haven't felt it proper to go along with them, but I know of no time that Governor Edmondson has ever pressured we legislators.
The turnpike bill, and they were all tied up up there on that liquor bill, so contact them on the phone.
You're spending the weekend getting them on the phone.
Well, I have this morning.
Yeah.
Will all day today.
And talk to most of them.
I think probably talk to most of them today.
That's the most expensive way in the world to build roads is by building toll roads.
So we spend $4 million from our private road program, our state road program, to survey and set up engineering and traffic counts on the toll roads, then not be able to sell the bonds we would have spent. It would have cost our state highway program on the interstate system $40 million over a 4-year period. Because we spend $1 million a year, the federal government will match the interstate system with 90-10, and that would be costing our state road program $40 million over 4 years, and still our bonds might not ever be sold to build these toll roads.
Bonds that are going to cost between 5 and 6%, and you won't be able to get a bit less because, as I say, the Illinois ones you can get more than 5%. That would cost you, for $200 million worth of roads, it would cost you $600 million. All right. Now let's suppose we did it, and it's been said in the newspaper in an editorial that I was a little bit unfair because I compared the matching ratio of interstate funds, which is 9 to 1 or 90 to 10. All right, let's forget that. Let's just say we're going to build these roads with primary matching funds, 50% state money and 50% federal money. Then you'd get $200 million worth of roads for $100 million worth of state money. The other way you do it, $600 million. On the other hand, if you could match it with interstate funds, you could get $200 million worth of roads for $20 million worth of state money. There's your comparison. There's your difference. But as I say, even though I think this is unwise legislation, I'm not quibbling with you so much over that as I am the fact that I don't think there's any way in the world you can do it unless you submit this to a vote of the people.
The city, of course, is naturally interested in the development of all of Oklahoma City in such a way that we don't have a lot of problems in the future that we have to correct.
Oklahoma City was chosen as a city representing the Southwest to study what the trends of population might be in this area. Here's a report made to the President of the United States and the Congress on page 32 of which it shows that Oklahoma City in 1975 is scheduled for a population of 1 million people. Oh, I wouldn't put it that way. They first cleared through the Planning Commission, and we have had so many requests from people that wanted to be inside the city, that know the trends of population and the benefits of being in the central city, and they have made application to come into the city limits of Oklahoma City. And we have merely processed these applications and helped the Planning Commission and helped the council where we could. Oh, there's nothing particularly easy about building a city or community. It brings its difficulties, but I do believe this, that the future, the big growth of the future that's going to come on us so fast and is already on us now, belongs to those who prepare for it. There'll be various means that'll be resorted to or have to be resorted to, bond issues and various other means to prepare for these things. But our people must be patient and help us in what has to be done to build a great city.
That is certainly a calculated risk, as one of the fellows said the other day. That we want to, maybe we're biting off more than we can chew at the moment, but give us a little time, and I'm sure that we can work out the problems.
Well, those of us responsible for furnishing services
have to take the city as a whole and as it is developed and as various areas are annexed. So therefore, you're thinking, I'm sure, of police and fire, such as that. And obviously, we've got that problem upon us, and we must furnish such service to the communities. And we will do it to the best of our ability. I don't think the word immediate is proper, but I think that it's right around the corner that they will be needing these additional services.
Do you think if some solution is not arrived at fairly quickly that the city financially will pass the point of no return?
I think we're already past it. I think that we are in that situation right now today with our current city and our current demands, where the budget which the people allow us to use in order to furnish these services is not anywhere near enough. And the recent studies and the 100-man committee reports are showing very clearly that that is the fact here in Oklahoma City, and we must do something about it at once.
Here's a report made to the President of the United States and the Congress, on page 32 of which it shows that Oklahoma City in 1975 is scheduled for a population of 1 million people.